as I mentioned, Naomi Endow, um, just like a lot of good ideas, they just start with, wouldn't it be great if, kind of a conversation. And then it just takes someone who is part of that, oh, what if, to actually do something. And Naomi, she contacted folks in Hawaii, because even though we have a couple of Okinawan Bon dances here, because so real quick, I guess there's in the amongst the Buddhist churches, there's different organizations, and they determine, what songs, because there's so many Bon dance songs, right? Not just Okinawan and all that. And at one point, one of our teachers was approached about, hey, we don't have any Okinawan Bon dances. Could we have that introduced? So in the formal repertoire of Southern California Bon, so I know, Beverly's talking about Seattle and how big and popular it is. In Southern California, there are so many Obons, a lot of times 3 going on in one weekend, right? So here it's not so much like everybody shows up everyone, what I call is like the Obon hop, right? They're going to try and make as many as they can, make their appearance. And literally, if you do the rounds, you will see certain people at all of these Obons. And so there are a couple of Okinawan dances as part of the formal Bon dances that the Buddhist churches decide on every year. But we were like, there are so many more Okinawan Bon dances, and Naomi would share in Hawaii her experiences. And so she did the research, she contacted people, she got recordings, she learned the dances, it's like she got permission, like she did everything. And then we had it, I think it was 2007.
Well, I may have done preparation starting 2007.
Okay.
But actually in 2008 is when we really started the Okinawan Hawaii style Bon dancing. And in 2008, well, I contacted Joel Hijirida of the Young Okinawans of Hawaii and asked him for help to teach me their choreography. And they were so generous with their mailing me their CDs, lists of the songs and video links to their practice sessions. So that's how I refreshed my memory or relearned Hawaii style Bon dancing. Yeah, and the reason I wanted to bring back Hawaii style is because it's so popular, but also I remember growing up in Hawaii, it attracted a lot of young people to the Bon dancing, and so I thought, at the time, 2007 or so, our Okinawa Association membership was starting to decline. And I thought, if we have Bon dancing, Okinawan Bon dancing, it could attract, people of all ages. So that's how it actually got started.
Mm-hmm. And so in each year it would grow. I mean, and even in the Obon circuit, I'll call it, there are people who are not necessarily, connected to the Okinawan community, except that they like the Okinawan Bon dances. And so sometimes they come to the picnic in the past just to do the dancing, right? So it's really, it's gotten a reputation, and we've been without it for 3 years. So we're bringing it back with our in-person picnic, which we'll do another plug for at the end. But Naomi is here to share with us and teach. She's the one that's been teaching. She's, the videos that you may have seen, if you've seen some of those videos, it's because she, wanted to make it more widely available too, right? And so if people can't actually physically come. So she's literally is carrying like this tradition that she brought is and continuing. So yeah, we're really grateful and indebted to you, Naomi, and you're still doing it. So I will throw it to you now. If you could take over now and teach us.
Well, thank you for that introduction. I'm blushing. No. But I'm getting older and my memory is fading. So I started teaching experienced people so that in the near future, maybe one or two of them could take over for me. But I'll still be around to help, assist in teaching the bon dancing. The accessories that we're going to use tonight include the red and white flags and 2 fans. I know it'll be difficult to copy me while I'm dancing because the image is reversed. This is my left and this is my right. But at least you'll get an idea of a closer view of the movements of the dance. And the camera can take only the upper part of my body, so you won't see my, foot movement, but that's okay. It'll be fine. I think the plan is to play one verse with me dancing, and then by the way, my son Brian is my tech assistant, and he'll be taking care of the CD and moving my chair and stuff. But yeah, we'll take a pause after that first verse, and I'll go over slowly without the music to show you how to do the hand movements. And then Joey's gonna do a video of that particular dance from the 2021 virtual bon dancing video, which was done in the parking lot of OAA with our masks on. The first song is Tunju Nagari, and this song describes a virtuous man named Tunju who follows the teachings of Buddha, such as filial piety. So we'll get started, probably just one verse. You hold the red flag in your right hand, the white flag in your left hand in this position. So yeah, as I said, this is your positioning of the flags. And when you step forward, you swing it to my left. And then you step back and swing it to my right. And then you twirl it and turn around. And then you dip your knees and stomp twice. Let's see. It's hard for me to remember without the music. And then you turn. Okay, the next dance is Kudaka Manjuu Shu. This is a love story of a man named Kudaka and a beautiful woman. It's using Unkee with no accessories, and you just wave your hand across your body. It's hard for me to remember without the music. And then you clap and you twirl your hand, and then you wave it and confer it again. So it's rather simple. This is a common dance movement. You face the palm of your hands towards you. You let it drop. You turn it around. And then you straighten it and you bring it down. That's it. Some dance groups like Majikina Honryu, as we turn it around, we put our forefinger and thumb together to make it more nicer movement, more feminine, and then we bring it forward. So face the palm of your hands to your face, drop it, turn it around, and then as you bring your hand down, you straighten your fingers and move it forward and out. Try that again. Drop it, turn around, and forward.
For males who want to dance it with the masculine style,
Right.
it's the exact same movement except you have fists. So yes, the women's it's with the fingers extended, but men basically you can take all of these movements and do it with a fist. So it's still the same. It's kind of, what she says, you bring it, it's facing forward, and then you're kind of dropping it, and then you're coming down, and then bringing it over.
The next song is called Tutankaani. And I want, especially those from Hawaii, listen for the refrain. Tomachi hana hana wandara de. Can you recognize any English translation there? What they're saying is, it's a Hawaiian pidgin for saying too much work. Hana hana means work. For $1 a day. Tomachi hana hana wandara de. So yeah, that's a cute song. We can start.
It starts with the 3 claps, yeah.
Huh? 3 claps.
Or is it 2 and then sa? Yeah.
And then when I do this, and I do this, hard to describe it, but you hear the heshi, sa doko sho. That's actually Japanese. And I don't know when people started saying that. It may have been in Hawaii, I'm not sure. But that's a Japanese heshi. Sa doko sho. And then you turn towards away from the circle and you dip and you turn back to the facing the circle and you dip again. And then you clap and you turn around. I'm sorry, I can't remember well without the music, but we'll cut to the virtual bundets. You'll see everything. Okay, the next dance is called Tenyo Bushi, and it's done with the red and white flags also. So Tenyo Bushi, one thing good about Bon dancing is it's repetitive. So even if you don't get it the first couple of times, by the third or fourth verse, you'll get better. And with every year, you might even memorize the dance. But when you use the flags, you wave it up and down and side, and then you turn. And you wave to the left and right and turn. I hope I didn't do it wrong without the music, but you'll see in the virtual dancing the correct sequence. the next song is Tsuri Agari Bushi. You use 2 fans. Oh, where did I put? Oh, here it is. Okay. Tsuri Agari Bushi is a song of farewell. She calls to a beautiful butterfly flying to the east to take a message to her loved one. An excerpt says, I climb to the Myaaku hill and wave my neckerchief, but the fast sailing ships are already far away. It's a pretty song, tainted with some sadness. But the fan movements are fun to do, and they're pretty also. The first left hand will be holding the fan in the front, a little bit to the left, and the right fan will be in your right hand, and you hold it towards the back. So this song, you start position like this, and you wave to the right, and then you forward, then you wave to your left, and then you wave to your right, and then you step to the side and hold your fans just so, and then you bring it forward as you turn, and then you wave it down once, twice. You hold the left fan forward, and then you bring your right fan towards the rear. Again, you step back, wave to the left, wave to the right, step to the side, and turn, wave left, wave down right, and then your left fan will be forward, your right fan will be to the back. Okay. Okay, so next is a familiar song, Asadoya Yunta. As Yuko mentioned, this is one of the songs that is done at Bon dances at the temple, Japanese temples. And it was choreographed by, what is the sensei's name? Yuko, do you remember? Majikina Honju's Aiko sensei, Majikina, her teacher, the temple, when they were putting the dances, different dances together for the Bon dancing, they asked Aiko sensei if she or her sensei could choreograph a song. She chose Asadoya Yunta for the yearly Bon dance. So this is one song that is not Hawaii style. And I'll get started now. This one is a little more complicated because you have to cross your legs over when you go to the left and right. But you start out with the palms facing you and your left foot raised, and you step and your right foot is raised, and you do that again. And then you swing your arms around as you turn. And you repeat that movement. And then the next movement, you step to the left with your left foot. And as you're going to the left, your palms are facing to the left. And then you turn your palms to the right while your left foot is to the left. And then you cross over your left foot to the right and your palms go to the left. So it's a little complicated, but you'll see what I mean when Joey shows the virtual. The last dance is Ashimiji Bushi. I just recently finally found a translation of the meaning of the song, and I got it from a YouTube video performance by Rob Kajiwara. This song is known as one that uplifted the people in post-war Okinawa. The timeless lyrics expressed praise and respect for the toil and sweat of working people. When I read the translation, I was very moved and almost to tears because it exemplified how Okinawan people are hard workers, and they're also, no matter what tragedy they suffer, they always are hopeful for the future and know that things will get better. So this is, it has 7 verses, short verses, but I'd like to read them to you. When you, this is called the sweat song. When you sweat and work hard for someone you love, it doesn't feel like work. Sweet and tender, I work for you. If we do a little every day, in 100 days, we'll achieve a lot. This saying from times of old, as a young pine tree grows tall and strong, by working hard in the morning, we'll also grow prosperous. Sweet and tender, I work for you. By working hard throughout our lives, when we are 50, 60 years old, we'll still feel like we are 20 years old. The value of hard work. Let's teach the younger generations who have forgotten these things, these precious proverbs. Sweet and tender, I work for you. Let us all do our best for the people and ourselves with 100 times the courage. Let's strive for all our sakes. Sweet and tender, I work for you. So now we'll do this dance.
朝よ働き